Alright. Let's get started. Oh, man. Just give you all a heads up, I'm still feeling like butt right now. Hello everyone, P167 here, bringing you part 167 of my playthrough for Final Fantasy XIV. When we last left off, we got right up to the point where we got a new dungeon. We took down the last two archfiends. Pardon me, I was blowing my nose. And now it's just Golbez. So we're trying to find a way to get back there, because basically Golbez used the last two archfiends to destroy our portal to the 13th. So we are going to go to the Aether Font, the Isle of Ham. Looks like the prices for these went down. Eureka might not be the moneymaker it was anymore. Give me a few seconds. How do you do? Get my nose situated. Wonder why people like this so much. Not exactly a fan of it. Looks kind of gross. Pardon me. Pretty tired. Alice gown is actually on a wish list. Company Tavern. I wonder why the Company Tavern's up there. Oh, man. Wow, a summer indigo shirt is that cheap? Wow, it's cheaper just to buy the damn shirt straight out than to make it yourself. Although, 27,000 is not that bad. I'm gonna add that to favorites though. What else do I need? Enchanted. Woof. Need 3 of them. Oof. waiting for my key. Oh, speak of the devil. I don't remember this place at all. Ah, shit. Ah, shit. Sneeze fest. Waiting on the DPS. Time to slide on in. First boss. Lingbacker. Eat those crits. Down for the count. I wonder, how does that look? Eh. Don't need it. Ah, spanked him. Take him down. Not me. Arcus, huh? Ooh, I don't like that. Whoa. Down for the count. Oh, now we're going through the caves. Pretty. Taking him out. Alright, who's the big baddie here? Another frog. Or like an eel or something. A kraken. Oh, I think it's Octo. Oh, it's that one boss for Final Fantasy IV. Octomammoth, that's what it is. Slumbering Scourge. Ah, I remember at the last second because the coloration gave it away. Again, don't remember this one because I only ran this one once. Got it done and I never want to do it again. God, I miss this music. I'll have to play the old Final Fantasies for the channel. Doing a very good amount of damage. Let's move away from Tidal Breath, shall we? Well, we're getting stuff behind us now, too. I don't like it being golden. Game over. Oh shit, I got extra XP when I shouldn't have gotten it. That's not good. Cheeky how they gave Octomammoth an electric attack when it's supposed to be weak against, I think, lightning and ice in the actual 4 game. I remember lightning was a really bad injury for it, but I don't remember if ice hurt it too. Scale mail of scouting. I don't like it. It looks gross. Well, I got half the accommodations. Or I should say 2/3, actually. You can only receive 3 out of the 4. Because you can't give yourself a comm. Perfect timing.
Much obliged for clearing the way. We'll get to work at once. Filling these up will take a good while. I appreciate it if you stood watch till we finished. I ain't getting chewed to chum by some ether-bloated bugger.
Technically, I could be considered an aether-bloated bugger.
Oh, by the by. Where were you planning on putting these to use? We could deliver them by airship, see? Provided it ain't too far.
We would need them transported to Galemon, to the Tower of Babel.
Ah, that's a long old journey. Too long for a direct flight. Tell you what, we'll send them over with the scheduled shipment of provisions headed that way.
Sounds smart.
I'll make the arrangements as soon as we get back. Save some poor chocobos having to drag this lot through the snow.
You have our thanks. We shall not forget your generosity.
They're like scream tanks from Monsters, Inc.
Everything seems to be proceeding apace. I dare say you would have been fine without me.
Why would you say such a thing? You are not bound by contract or the threat of force, and you gain no advantage by devaluing your own contribution. Yet you must be bound by something to speak thus. What is it?
Friendship.
What binds me? A belief, I suppose. Born of our shared struggles. No matter where my comrades go, I have faith they will be fine. For I know that they will walk their chosen path as surely as I walk mine. I trust them, in short. Trite though it may sound.
Trust. I remember the word. How long has it been since last I used it? It had no place in my dealings. Not with other Voidsent, and certainly not with Xenos.
Oh yeah, of course.
Not even in the time before darkness engulfed the world. Full often did Memoriates betray their own, corrupted by the very power they wielded. You could trust no one but yourself. Alone
Shame.
we fought. and alone we fell. I wouldn't know how to trust. Is there some trick to it?
Kind of already doing it.
Just stay close to this one. You'll learn in no time. Hi. Absolutely fine.
I confess I thought thou mightst have more words of counsel to offer.
Huh.
Oh, she'll soon get the hang of it, even without my help. After our work here is done, I'll see myself back to the shadows.
Aw. He's gonna banish himself back to the Shadow
Before
Realm.
that, I take it you've heard as well.
Heard about what?
Indeed. The client seeketh Archons, and 'twould seem our extensive travels and neutrality make us prime candidates.
Well, assuming we take on the request, I suspect I'll be stuck with you again. Don't let me down, hmm?
Ah. Foreshadowing. Wow, it took me less than half an hour to beat that dungeon. Love it. To not only allow us use of the tanks, but to arrange their transportation to Garlemald besides. Blessed are we to count Kokol among our allies. Unto thee we must also give thanks, Thancred, for coming to our aid on such short notice. Please, you know I'm always happy to help. Don't hesitate to call me again. Pick a tenacity one. We doing it meanwhile? Nope, till next time. You may now enter the Aether font with a party of NPC avatars. To make use of this feature, open the Trust interface located under Duty in the main menu. Thancred has been added to the Unending Codex. See, one of the cool things about back in the day for Final Fantasy IV, when you fought, so both of those I don't have yet, huh? Back in the day when you fought, that was actually at rank 10, Octomammoth, as you killed it, you got it weaker and weaker, the legs would slowly disappear to show that it was being damaged up to the point where there were no legs left, and then it would die. But it was interesting. Like Fear to Flame. With the tank's transportation thus arranged, our first task is complete. We may now turn our attention to the second. To it, obtaining the blessing of the Ilsabard contingent to use the Tower of Babel to channel energy unto the moon. Our destination is Camp Broken Glass, where we may present our petition to Commander Lucia. I dare say I will hit 94 before we start Dawn Trail. Alright, Lucia. I'm pretty sure you're not going to give us too much pushback on this. Hero, allow me to personally thank you for your assistance during the recent Voidsent incursion. Your actions saved many. What brings you here today? Pray forgive us for not sending word in advance, Commander, but we seek your cooperation in a matter of great import. Indeed, we appreciate you consulting with us instead of taking unilateral action. It's no simple matter to activate the Tower of Babel, and I speak not only of the technological challenges. Personally, I think we must consider the emotional impact of such an action above all else. Pending a more official name, we refer to those who remain here as the Garlean community. As you would expect, they are predominantly native Garleans, most of whom are uncomfortable with ethereal manipulation. The compound matters. The trauma inflicted by anima is still fresh. If the tower were to suddenly light up again, it is like to cause distress and reopen old wounds. Better that than facing a mass invasion by Golbez and his void-sent hordes, surely. Of course, we acknowledge the gravity of the situation, as well as the promised bloodshed should we fail to act. Yet, even were we to convey our warning to the public, many simply do not understand the workings of magic or the rift. They will struggle to comprehend why they must be forced to relive personal horrors for the sake of something they cannot imagine. What's there to imagine? Haven't these people seen Void Sent with their own eyes? Let us suppose you encounter someone who is freezing in this cold. A natural thing to do might be to take them to a fire, yes? What if that person's sole experience with fire was being badly burned by it, and they harbored an acute fear? Despite the benefits, nay the necessity, of the warmth you offer, they may flee on instinct, or worse, misinterpret your actions for aggression and lash out. So like the fire that torments this individual, the Tower of Babel torments the people of Garlemald. Yet we cannot afford to falter here. We must find a way to help them overcome their fear. I agree. To that end, the contingent will assist however we can. We should speak with Alphino and Alice. With the rapport they have established with the Garlean people, I dare say they can provide us with valuable insights. In the meantime, Maria and Jay, might I ask that you remain here to oversee the technical aspects of the tower's activation? I'm stuck. They're a tertiary, aren't they? I believe I have 2 more trials and 1 more dungeon left. Hello, there's a thingamajigger there, but I'm not going to mess with it. We'll try our hand at cards one more time too while we're at it. Only 1 battle. Well, I should say only 1 win. Once I get 1 win, card or not, end it. I cannot see very well. Alright. Oh, I should have done Ascension. Shit. Dang. Way higher success rate with this deck. Especially if I get to go first. Oh. Now it's in chaos. Fuck you. Shit. Again, it was a draw. Chaos screwed me. Dang, it looks like I'm stuck in a draw. I win. And I got the card. I got Quintus. Hey, it's Ulysses. I am glad to see you, hero. Vritra has explained our present dilemma. 'Tis no unfounded concern that the Garleans might take poorly to the reactivation of the Tower of Babel. That's putting it mildly. Many would be up in arms over it. Trust in the Ilsamar contingent is fragile enough. We need to tread lightly, or we risk jeopardizing everything we've achieved. Trust again. Well, it seems to me there's not for it but to speak with the people. Rather than harping on about the necessity of the plan, we need to lend an ear to their concerns. Then perhaps we can begin working towards a compromise. Give me a second. In that case, I'll take you to meet with the community leaders. They're at a station called Senetus, near the Seneculum Imperialis. I would be honored to speak with them, though it would be prudent to learn where people elsewhere stand as well. But that I will leave to the others, save Zero. Might you accompany me? I'm sure those in Tapper's Den will have their own opinions. Alphino, if I may drag you along. Tertium, we leave to you. You are no strangers to the people here, so it should take little prodding to convince them to speak freely. Sweet, I don't have to go very far. Then it's settled. Once you've learned what you can. Let's all meet in Forum Solius, where we'll have what I hope is a productive discussion. Alright, I got a lot of people to talk to. No, stop it. The tower's evil. It'll turn us all evil. I don't want to hear it. Leave me alone. Alright, I got that one. One for no. 5-5. That tower isn't right, I tell you. All those magics. Years ago when I lived in the provinces, the locals razed our village to the ground with the stuff. Made things appear and disappear and fly and burn. Can still see it when I close my eyes. You've done us a good turn, dear, but let's not talk about the tower any longer. It's unnatural. 2 for no. Activate the Tower of Babel. Are you out of your mind? That abomination transformed my friends and family into monsters. I can't even bear to look at it whenever I step outside. If you want to do something for us, tear the bloody thing down. 3 for no. It's already overwhelmingly no. Tower of Babel? But what's it got to do with Voidsent? I can't say I understand. Still, your people have done much more for us Garleans. If you say it's necessary, then that's good enough for me. So we got 1 for yes, 3 for no. Doesn't matter anyways, because the no's already outrank the yeses at this point, because they have majority. Simple as it is. Whatever its present state, the Imperial Palace was once the pride of Garlemald. I mean no disrespect to you and yours, but shouldn't the Garlean people be its caretakers instead of foreigners? Though if we dared speak thus to some of the contingent, they might make assumptions. Cut our rations or worse. No. Forget I said anything, please. That's a thoroughly broken person. They're undecided. So we have one undecided, so chose not to answer. One for yes, 3 for no. The no's win it. Ulysses is on his way with the others. I hope you found the people more receptive than we did. Nope. Not a one bit. Hero, I present to you Lords Gnaeus and Medius, magistrates of our political council. They have been spearheading the efforts to establish a new system of government here. When we raised the subject of the Tower of Babel, they insisted that we speak no further until joined by representatives of the Ilsebar contingent. I see Alphino and Alice have yet to arrive, though, so perhaps we should wait. It doesn't matter if only some of you are present. We simply wish to make one thing perfectly clear. The Tower is the manifestation of Garlean ingenuity and authority. It was once the abode of the Imperial family, and it will forever bear tremendous cultural significance. It is insulting enough that we have had to suffer foreigners occupying it under the guise of rendering aid, and now you propose reactivating it. Nay, we have had enough. The Garlemald of old may have fallen, but she fell in civil war, to her own people, not to Eorzea nor any other land. We came here to assert our unequivocal claim to our territory. Garlemald and all that lies within her bounds is beholden to no one. Looks like we're at an impasse. The Fallen Empire. Since their excellencies are resolved to negotiate with the contingent, I will escort them to Tertium. I'll also instruct Alphino and Alce to meet us there. Lord Medius, Lord Gnaeus, by your leave, my comrades and I would speak with the residents of Senatus. Though the Ilsebar contingent holds the Tower of Babel, it is I who wishes for it to be reactivated, and thus I think it meet that I be present for this discussion. Yet my understanding of your people's hardships, of their hopes and desires, of their dreams for the future, is sorely lacking. In my ignorance, I would struggle to contribute. Lest you worry, I will not plead our case to the community in your absence. I wish only to identify common ground, upon which we might build a relationship that sees us overcome our differences. Very well, but know that the guards will not hesitate to escort you from the premises should they judge your actions to be inappropriate. If it's settled then, you should all head to Senatus. I'll join you there after I see their excellencies safely to Tertium. It's Final Fantasy's version of Lapras. Oh, about to get some XP from discovering a map point. This place is so trashed. Here it is, Senatus, a temporary refuge for political dignitaries, hence the tight security. I'm given to understand that outsiders are not normally permitted so much as a glimpse inside. We should consider ourselves fortunate to be given this opportunity. I hope it will be worth the trouble. As do I, Zero, as do I. Let's enter Senatus. To begin, I propose we split up and ask the residents for their views on the Ilsabar contingent and the current state of affairs. We should also do well to learn more about this enclave itself. Should you observe anything of note, pray keep it in mind. It is through open hearts and open minds that I believe we may yet convince their leaders to work with us for the greater good. The greater good. The stockpile of assorted supplies bears markings indicating they were provided by the Ilsabar contingent. The Enclave is clearly reliant upon the Alliance for aid. You want to know what I think? I'm a soldier. I try not to think about politics at all. I'll say this much. Our leaders labor to preserve our culture, our way of life. What remains of it, at any rate. I trust them to do what's best for Garlemald. Blind faith never really works out that well. You recognize the large cask at the very same you and your comrades use to transport ceruleum from Lapis Manalis. Why they are in Senatus is unclear. Marcus. How do I feel about the contingent? Conflicted, to say the least. I've been tasked with the distribution of supplies, and I know as well as any that we couldn't survive without outside aid. Be that as it may, even though the Empire has collapsed, we have our pride. People don't want to be beholden to others forever, and there's no denying that it chafes to see our benefactors occupying the Imperial Palace. Well, you guys should have thought about that before you let an insane despot take over and also lead you to war. I'm stuck because I can't see what I'm stuck on. It's glary out. I have pity for the Garleans up to the point where they start being all huffy. Then I immediately lose any type of pity for them, and in turn want to just smash them with my axe. Finished touring the Enclave, have you? What were you able to learn? That they're highly dependent on us. Much the same as me, then. They accept the contingent's help out of necessity and harbor a measure of resentment. They're the Vegeta of this world. They have only themselves to blame. If they don't like the bargain, they should reject it. How many times must I tell you? It's absolutely out of the question. She just walks. Everyone else is running. I'll get there eventually. What's going on? We were wondering the very same. We came running when we heard shouting. Is aught the matter? Oh, no. I was just trying to explain. Mayhap you can clear this up. The contingent has made a reasonable request, but this man insists that it's impossible. It concerns the Magitech weapons which run rampant throughout Regio Urbanissima. Every time we deliver supplies here, we have to dispatch extra men to defend against potential attacks. To address the issue once and for all, we proposed the elimination of all machina that loiter near the supply route. But you heard him. They refused to even consider it. The magistrates have already spoken on this matter. Rampant or no, those war machina are Garlean assets. Furthermore, who is to say that they are as dangerous as you attest? It has been suggested that this could be a pretense to scavenge Magitech material for your own ends. I know not if that is the case, but the fact remains we cannot allow you to destroy them. More speculation by the magistrates, I presume. Ridiculous. But they have spoken, and unless we want to inflame tensions further, there's naught we can do. How complicated relations become when not grounded in a clear and equitable arrangement. No, I'm not skipping this cutscene. An equitable arrangement, of course. Well, do I understand the difficulty of your position? As a soldier, you must do your duty and obey your superiors. I have an idea, but I must first speak with Commander Lucia. May I take charge of this matter? By all means. Let us return to Camp Broken Glass, where we might discuss a solution I believe will satisfy all parties. I'm still in here. I'm just gonna port to Camp Broken Glass. Excuse me. I'm too lazy. I need more gaja hide. Welcome back, all of you. I pray there have been positive developments in your efforts to appeal to the Garlean community. Mayhap not yet, but there is a method by which I believe all stand to gain. As satrap, I intend to propose a trade agreement between Radzed-Han and the people of Garlemald. Please continue. The people of this nation have lived through its collapse and more, yet they have chosen to remain, for it is their home. That they have been able to survive thus far is thanks to the Ilsabar contingent, or rather, in less flattering terms, they are entirely at your mercy. Despite your noble intentions, this one-sided relationship has fueled feelings of frustration and resentment. It is no surprise then that some Garleans are loath to engage with foreigners for fear of indenting themselves further or surrendering more of their already limited autonomy. Didn't we already have this conversation about Radzed-Han getting trade agreements with Garlemald? But, That is why I wish to present them with an equitable arrangement. One that would restore to them a sense of agency after having been forced to rely upon charity. Easier said than done. What exactly did you have in mind? Long have Garlemald and Radzed-Han abided by a treaty of non-interference. Freely have we traded with one another, and I wish but to continue in this tradition. We would provide your people with such supplies as you require, in return for which you would grant us leave to use the Tower of Babel, as well as share your Magitech resources and expertise. As we become more reliant upon your technologies, we will of course require more ceruleum to fuel them. This is you possess in abundance, and for it you will be duly compensated. Radzed-Han's culture will be enriched by your Magitech wonders, and our ever-increasing demand for your wares will see Garlemald grow wealthy and prosperous. Only when both sides keep the interests of the other in mind can an equitable relationship be forged. 'Tis a principle I once thought I understood, but have come to appreciate all the more in recent days, thanks to the sage counsel of a friend from beyond the rift. Your Excellency, thank you for your careful consideration of Garlemald's future. Though I cannot speak for every Garlean, I myself see no reason to object to your proposal. Indeed, if Radzed-Han were to take the initiative, other nations may follow suit and seek to normalize trade relations with us. If you see the sense of my proposal, then I ask you to join me in the negotiations at Tertium. Your support may be instrumental in winning over the Lords Neas and Medius. By all means, go with them. I have matters here well in hand. I have learned all that I may regarding the tower's operations, so I too shall hie me to Tertium. Ah. Hefty. Two spots to open up, and I have all of Garlemald. Oops. Hello. A crowd you may have brought, but numbers will not intimidate us. The Tower of Babel is ours by rights, and nothing you do will convince us otherwise. Rest assured, it is not our intent to infringe upon the rights of the people of Garlemald. Let us instead discuss the future. At the satrap of Radzathan, I wish to establish a new trade agreement between our nations. The aid we presently receive will not last forever, my lord. Sooner or later we must stand on our own 2 feet. But to do so, we must secure a means to replenish our coffers, and the proposed agreement presents a rare opportunity. 'Tis true we do not want from Magitech and Ceruleum, and foreign currency will be needed to procure such things as we lack. It would depend on the precise terms, but I can see the merits. What? Can't believe what I'm hearing. You served the Emperor, were a proud patriot, yet now you entertain selling national resources like a common merchant? Like you, I weep for what we have lost, but if we are to rebuild Garlemald, we must make use of what precious few assets remain to us. Nonsense. Utter nonsense. You are a traitor, Neas, and there will be a reckoning. Oh yes, when the people of Senatus learn of this, they will cry out for your blood. Lord Medius, wait, it isn't safe out there. Why don't we let you get hit by one of those Magitech, enemies that are bounding around? Oh. Bonds of trust. Critical hit, spell speed. Yeah, definitely getting silver. It's far too dangerous for a civilian to be outside alone. We must go after Lord Medius. Let us leave matters here in Maximus' care while the rest of us join in the search. If Lord Medius is bound for Senatus, we may be able to catch up to him in Regio Urbanisima. I pray he has not come to any harm. This way. I need one more thing, and then I can turn this book in. Hey look, he got stuck by a Magitech enemy. I'm alive. Gotti.
Praise the sisters, you are safe.
Don't think I'm indebted to you. I never asked for your help.
Huh.
You love Garlemald dearly, Lord Metius. That much is plain. But you're not alone in that. We all mourn what has become of our homeland. Bristle at having to rely upon outsiders simply to survive the cold. Even now, I struggle with fear and uncertainty. Day after day, I ask myself, what is right? Where do we go from here? I've yet to find the answers. But I won't stop looking nonetheless, and I won't avert my gaze from our grim reality.
Is there hope for us?
Aye, so long as we live. Garlemald lies in ruins, but the bonds between us will never be broken. We are the chain that connects generations past and future. You and I, it's links. Help us, Lord Metius, for all we have been and for what we may yet become. Please.
Eulis should become a politician. Or at least general.
To be lectured by the young, it ill becomes a man of my station. I will rejoin the talks at Tertium. Might I trouble you to escort me? Ere we part, I apologize for my discourtesy. I owe you my life, and I thank you.
No problem, old man. We'll chalk it up to old age, being cranky.
Eulis, wait. I'd like a word. With you as well. I'm to stay close, after all.
Worry not, we shall see the magistrates safely back to Tertium.
What is it?
You bound that man with trust, didn't you? That's why he did not require coercion to return.
Shall we walk, perhaps? Chilly, standing around here. So that's how Zero came to join you. Still, I'm not sure I'm qualified to explain something like trust. I wouldn't describe myself as a sociable person. Before all this, any free time I had, I spent looking after my brother and sister. As for the magistrate, I only told him what's been on my mind of late. But I wouldn't have done so, I think, if it weren't for the twins' influence. Trust is infectious, in a manner of speaking. When someone believes in you, it makes you want to believe in them, in others, in yourself. Perhaps it's because the magistrate felt that earnestness that he gave us a chance. As I did, after I was caught trying to steal provisions from the enemy. Trust comes easy in such company.
Little wonder my world is devoid of it. No one trusts in you, and so you trust in no one. And round the wheel turns.
Pretty much.
During the Contra Memoria, we had already come to judge one another based on strength and usefulness. You either used or were used. Those who rejected this rule didn't survive. My mother wanted to save the world, to fulfill the hopes of Memoria's good and true. After she died, I carried on her mission alone.
Alone? Didn't you have anyone to help you?
Nope.
Almost. 2 men tried just the once. A swordsman and a mage, whom I met when passing through a village. They had saved the people there from corrupted Memoriates. When they learned our enemies were the same, they seemed heartened. They claimed to be soldiers of a kingdom called Baron, and were traveling the realm in search of a means to end the Contra Memoria.
Ah, Baron. That was a town in 4.
They invited me to join them. I refused. How could I not, having learned the lessons of my world? Those who would work with others always have their own motives. I would not place myself at their mercy. I would not be forced to submit. I expected some manner of outburst, some show of frustration at having failed to deceive me. But they simply watched me walk away. I didn't know what to make of it then, but now... Perhaps they shared a bond of trust. Perhaps they were the last ones left who dared. Perhaps they hoped I was like them, too. Perhaps it was just an offer, and nothing more. I continued fighting alone. But ultimately, I was undone. Overwhelmed by enemies that had banded together. I was cold, in pain, wishing desperately that someone would save me, And as I lay there in solitude, I felt it happen. The breaking of our world. Darkness washed over me, and I was swept into the rift. When I finally managed to return, it was to a world forever transformed. My home, now filled with abominations. I had a chance to learn about trust, and forsook it. I never had the power to save my home single-handed. I should have accepted their invitation. Had I joined them as I've joined you, I might not have had to face the end of the world alone. But it's all history now. No amount of reflection or regret will change our present reality.
Unfortunately.
Whatever may have happened in the past, you're still here, Zero. Alive. So long as you're alive, there will always be hope, no matter how bad things get. What you couldn't do yesterday, you might still do today. Think about it. It's plain that you've forged bonds with those around you. If you didn't feel that in some sense, would you have risked your life as you did for a meager ration of boots? I trust you too, for what it's worth.
Here it is again. The fire that burned in my breast when you came to my rescue. The urge to weep, though there is no sorrow. If this is trust, then what must I do? How do I answer it?
However you like, with a handshake perhaps? Yeah, do a handshake. Which kind of reminds me of a Sin Eater a little bit.
Give me your hand. It's not something you do constantly, mine. A friend is a friend regardless.
A friend. So that's what it means. Someone you trust.
Thank you. I feel it at last as though I found the answers I sought, and I owe it all to you and Euless. Right then. I expect the others have already arrived back to Tertium. We should join them. Silvar. Meanwhile? Never mind. Full glad am I to see everyone returned, and none the worse for wear. Various representatives of the Garlean community are gathered here this very moment. I dare say this is a fine opportunity to announce the trade agreement. You've read the memorandum. I trust you find the terms acceptable. I do, and, Neas, I pray you forgive my disgraceful conduct earlier. I am ashamed not only of my behavior, but of placing the burden of negotiation solely on your shoulders in my absence. You should know that when we brought up the subject of the tower's reactivation to the people at Tapper's Den, some reacted quite strongly. Once we explained that it would be to prevent another Void-sent invasion, however, they were more receptive. It's fair to say the recent episode is still fresh in their minds. I tagged along to deliver a supply of ceruleum. Have to say I didn't expect to see such a large crowd. Even the stuffy Imperials who normally keep to themselves in Senatus are here. My friends and countrymen, lend me your ears. I am pleased to inform you all on this joyous occasion that we, the people of Garlemald, have entered into a trade agreement with Radzat Han. To inaugurate our accord, we intend to grant the individuals before you access to the Tower of Babel. In return, Radzat Han will provide us with supplies which shall be equally distributed amongst the settlements of our nation. Let me be clear on one point. This is not an act of charity, but trade. A bargain struck between equals rooted in trust and respect, and it marks a significant step towards rebuilding our nation and regaining true independence. Radzat Han holds Garlean technology and ingenuity in the highest esteem. It is my hope that, through this agreement, our peoples will enjoy a mutually beneficial relationship for years to come. Now then, we bid you gather round and hear the particulars, that you might convey them to those elsewhere. So burdened by hardship and trauma were the people of Garlemald that they were unable to imagine a brighter future. To be recognized as equals as a nation with something of value to offer to others, that validation alone is enough to rekindle their hope. It is by virtue of this partnership that we may access the Tower of Babel, a rather timely development given the Aether Tank's impending arrival. Convenient. Once the tower stores have been replenished, we need but await Y'shtola's signal to channel the energy to the moon, yes? And you can leave that and anything else on this end to me and Alphino. No need to worry. Devote all your energies to the mission in the void. As ever, I am in your debt. You are good friends. Lunar Rendezvous. I want to see how close I am.
Let us take a moment to review matters as they stand. Having procured sufficient stores of ether, we may now channel the requisite energy unto the moon via the Tower of Babel. Our work on the star is complete. However, we have yet to receive word from Ishtola as to the state of the lunar preparations.
A ritual to open the gate, and measures to forestall a void-sent invasion. Neither task is simple nor quickly completed. She would doubtless benefit from our assistance.
The very thing I was about to propose. Let us join her above and lend what aid we may. Ere we set forth, however, Ishtola did bid me relay a message to thee. As thou art well aware, a key objective of our mission is the extraction of thy sister Ashdaya from the Void. Held captive for millennia and divested of an eye, she is like to be severely weakened. To make good her escape, she shall require aid. Aid that is best provided by a fellow Great Worm.
You would have me go in my true form. Very well. Like our sire, we Great Worms are capable of traversing the Great Expanse. The journey will take some time, but I shall take myself to the moon. To begin with, I shall return this vessel to Radzadhan, that I may have both my eyes. And until such time as we find Ashdaya, I would entrust her eye to your keeping. Will you do this for me?
Sure thing.
We shall contact you via Link Pearl once all is in place on the moon. You need but follow Ishtola's instructions.
Understood. We'll be ready.
Got 13 more missions after this, by the way.
Take care, Zero.
It will be the briefest of homecomings. I'll be back before you know it.
In Mare Elementorum, then. Go well.
Ooh, okay, that's gonna be rough. I remember some of this, actually. Sinus Lacrimanum. I doubt I'll get there in time, but I'm gonna try to get a little bit further ahead. If I can, I might be able to squeeze in a trial before the end of this. And if I can unlock it before the 2 hours are
I took the liberty
up.
of informing Ishtola of our arrival. She and her entourage should be here momentarily.
If I can get it done before the 2 hours are up, I'll try to run it.
Forgive me. I'd hoped to have everything in order sooner. My thanks for the extra hands.
Alphino and Alice stand ready at the Tower of Babel. Vritra is also en route.
Excellent. You've done well, all of you. For my part, I've managed to prepare the ritual with help from the Watcher. All that remains is to channel the ether from below. This should, I pray, open a gate leading to the moon of the 13th.
May I just say how excited we are to be a part of this grand undertaking. The development of the artificial Atomos was one thing, but this is an opportunity like no other. Ishtora even managed to get a loan of elegant treatises on void sense summoning from the prized collection of the Sons of Saint Koinak. The Empire's application of etherochemistry in regulating void gates provided us with many a useful insight for our work, let me tell you.
I asked a favor of Grahatir when we were comparing notes on cross-rift travel. Given his credentials, I was confident he wouldn't be denied. The knowledge of our forebears has brought us far, as has our own. And with our knowledge and resources, we shall construct a voidsent containment seal on a heretofore unseen scale.
Containment seal? Then thou wouldst make use of...
Aye, a tried and tested means of holding dark entities at bay is readily available here. 'Twould be remiss of us not to employ it. We shall reforge the brands that Xenos and Fandaniel destroyed.
So basically what we're going to do is we're going to take the prison of Zodiark and turn it into a giant portal.
That which held even Zodiark shall more than suffice for voidsent of any persuasion.
The Watcher is already hard at work, tending to the most critical parts of the brand's restoration. There are, however, a number of concerning factors that remain. With your help, I'm sure we can resolve them.
Time is of the essence, so I suggest we continue this discussion as we make our way to the brands.
Now then, to the matter at hand. With the Watcher's assistance, we shall reforge each of Zodiark's brands and use them to erect a barrier capable of repelling void scent. Yet though we expect it to be effective against larger beings on account of its original purpose, there is a chance it will allow lesser void scent to slip through. Therefore we shall require a second line of defense, and I believe the Loporit's supporters will be suitable for this purpose. Orianche, Hero, the two of you have a strong rapport with our lunar allies. I would have you meet with Livingway and Bestway's Burrow and provide any assistance they require. I will join you. As a void scent, my knowledge may be of use. An excellent idea. In the meantime, the rest of us will see to reforging the brands. I will send word when we have finished. Pray do the same. Going to the burrow. That's gonna be the portal. Pardon me. Oh. There you are. Yashtala has apprised me of your present undertaking. I understand that she wishes to deploy our pride and joy, the veritable carrots of our eye, our unrivaled combat supporters, as a precautionary measure in case this void sent containment seal of hers proves lacking. As we speak, my fellows are rounding up what units they can and will bring them to the northeast corner in short order. Please wait there. Harvey. Oh. Damn it.
Dreadfully sorry to have kept you all waiting. Hello there, friends. A new person. Heard there was a bit of a rush, so we gathered what combat-ready supporters we had available.
A welcome contribution. Thine initiative never ceaseth to amaze.
Oh, stop! You're making me blush! Though we have fulfilled the purpose given to us by Heidelin, aiding the people of Aetheris remains our greatest joy. So you can count on us, ever and always. Right, so, we originally deployed these supporters to patrol the moon and keep it safe. They've never tussled with Voidsent before, but with sufficient data, they ought to hold their own against the ghastly fiends. Practical, tactical data acquired in the moment. And who better to give the supporters an educational thrashing than the champion of Aetheris?
I believe I would make a better instructor. Not only have I fought Voidsent, I am one.
Nice stare. I like this aura. They ran away.
Well, don't just stand there. Engage! 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 Engage!
And she just shreds them.
That'll do, that'll do!
Thrashed.
A defeat bitterer than the bitterest carrot. Using this experience, we must enhance the supporters and turn them into Voidsent slaughterbots! Indeed. Right after we've managed to put the poor dears back together.
Pray forgive our comrade's enthusiasm. May I inquire as to how long the repairs will take?
On an ordinary day, I'd say no less than 5 carrots briskly consumed. But if you were to provide us with encouragement...
Huh.
We just might be able to do it in 2.
This I leave to you.
He's praying for me. Oh. Loporrit's eyes twinkle with anticipation as they await your buoyant exhalation. To it, they yearn for you to rally their spirits. I don't think I have rally set up. There it is. What? Engage! Engage! Oh, sorry, I was in the midst of... Forgive me. The sight of precision parts is strangely soothing and sleep-inducing, but I'll try to keep moving. Oh. What a marvelous feeling. There's nothing like wild gesticulations of encouragement to fire you up. With you cheering me on, I can do not less than my very best. Oh, thank you very, very much. And you don't know how uplifting it is to have you encouraging us. I mean, showing us the proper technique so we may keep our supporters operating at peak efficiency. My, everyone is in high spirits indeed. Thanks to your encouragement, we'll have the supporters up and running again in no time at all. Pray attend to your remaining busy work and leave the deployment of our new and improved void-sent slaughterbots to us. Meanwhile? Nope.
Can you hear me? We've just finished restoring the brands.
Convenient.
Let us reconvene once you've finished tending to matters there. The culmination of our efforts is nigh.
The red side of the moon. The brands are ready, I presume. Excellent. With the Loporrits having deployed their supporters, we are ready to proceed. Let us rejoin Y'shtola post-haste, then prise open our gate into the void. Hefty! My thanks for seeing to the supporters. With this, Ella is in readiness for the ritual. First, I shall give the order to Alphino and Alice in the Tower of Babel to channel Aether to the moon. Once we have amassed a sufficient amount of energy, Oriange and I shall begin our incantations to open a void gate. If all goes well, Aether will form in the fabric of reality, at which point you must activate the brands and put in place the containment seal. But wouldn't that prevent Zero from being able to go through? That is all. If there are no questions, then let us begin.
Apologies for the wait. The preparations here are finally complete.
Excellent. The Tower 2 is activated. Give the word and we will begin channeling the ether.
Very well then. Make it so.
Make it so.
The moment of truth.
Wow. Engage.
By the sisters!
Oriange, commence your invocations. 'Tis time to open our gate.
Should have probably had some few other spellcasters to work on this. Oh well.
A tear is beginning to form. Quickly, activate the brands.
This reminds me of the what was it, the Renegade Spirit Detective arc for Yu Yu Hakusho? Chapter Black arc.
Success. The gate is open, and the seal appears to be in place.
Let's see how well it holds.
What an enormous gate! Lord Golbez will be eager to hear of this. So this is the promised land. The land of boundless ether.
Bug zap? Yep. Ah.
I dare say the seal doth serve its purpose.
There comes Fritra.
I see all proceedeth apace. Remarkable.
Indeed. Just this moment, a void scent emerged from the gate, by which we may safely assume it leads to the 13th.
It's incredible, Ishtola. Truly incredible. Oh, what an honor it is to have been part of this historic achievement.
A part is an understatement. None of this would have been possible without you and yours. Our success has also served to solidify our understanding of cross-rift travel. The Ascians rejoined reflections to the source by instigating elemental imbalances. These imbalances weakened the barrier between realities, causing the ether of a reflection to flood the source. But why is it that reflections are predisposed to rejoin the source? Why have they never merged with one another?
Thou art suggesting there is a unique property inherent to the source, one responsible for such an outcome.
I am. 'Tis my conclusion that, as the point of origin for the reflections, the source has an innate pull over them.
Interesting.
Hydaelyn, I believe, sought to suppress that pull, which is why she was created with the power of light, of stasis. Meanwhile, the power of darkness, of activity, reigns in the void. Hydaelyn's influence would naturally be weaker, and this manifested in the form of planar fissures. Working with this hypothesis, I set my sights upon where the pull was assessed to be strongest, and through our combined efforts we succeeded in opening a gate to the void. Now, I must stress, it was because we sought the void that we succeeded. Pleased though I am to have my theory proven, the secrets of travel to other reflections still elude us. Even so, in the reality that lies beyond the 8th umbral calamity, there are those who found a way to reach the first. I will not rest until I do the same.
One step closer to fulfilling your dream, eh?
Just a step. Many more remain to be taken. Which further motivates me to forestall a void-sent invasion. So come, let us set forth, to find Ashdaya and put an end to Golbez's plot.
Climb upon my back. I shall take us to the gate.
As we did discuss prior, I shall see the alchemists safely home, then together with the Loporrits maintain vigil over the gate.
May the sisters watch over and keep you safe.
Trying to beat those sisters a while back. That was like over 10 levels ago.
Into the void once more.
Again, how is Zero able to go through a void barrier? Y'all remember to bring your talismans, right?
This is the moon of the 13th.
Ah, the music.
It is. Ever since the flood, It has been a sanguinary orb in the sky.
No void sent. A rather more subdued reception than I had anticipated.
But unsurprising, given how jealously Golbez conceals the location of his domain. Still, we must remain on guard. One of his minions came through the gate, after all, and more may lie in wait.
I do not sense my sister. Where could she be? Where?
Steady, Vritra. We've barely arrived. Let us explore our surrounds before drawing conclusions.
Yes, thou art right. I shall survey the room from above. The ground, I leave to you all.
Oh yeah, I can't mount here. The surface of the moon is a grim shade of crimson, a consequence of the flood of darkness, perhaps. No matter how you strain your eyes, you spy no signs of life. In all directions extend the desolate waste without end. You hold your breath in an attempt to catch the faintest noise. Save for the sounds of your comrades, there is nothing. So far you have failed to find any clues as to Jaya's whereabouts. Perhaps Zero has noticed something you missed. Oh, whoop. Hey, look down that way.
The chasm has caught your attention as well. There's some manner of structure below. Worth a look, wouldn't you say?
I too sense something here. This pit much resembles the Cradle of Darkness on our moon, where Zodiac was once imprisoned. If this place serves the same function, then a fragment of his power must have been sealed in the depths. Strange, though. When Zodiac perished in the Source, I presumed that every aspect of him was thus unmade, and his power scattered. But it's unmistakable. The darkness that permeates this abyss. Could a trace of him yet remain? Or is it something else?
I hear thee, sister. I hear thee. Climb on, my friends. Astaya is here, within this chasm.
In the words of Akbar, it's a trap. Dynamic entry. Sister. Tis I, Vritra. I have come to rescue thee.
You were entrusted with Ajdaya's eye, were you not?
What? How? Vritra, wherefore art thou here? Oh, thank goodness. Tis thee, dear sister, truly thee. How long have I dreamed of this moment? Would that I could have found thee sooner, but I am here now. Let us return home together. The thought filleth me with joy, but I fear it cannot be. Not even with the dragon's might can these chains be broken. So they are forged of the very will of the man named Golbez.
So this is indeed Golbez's domain.
Thou keepest company with mortals. I do. They are my stalwart allies, without whom I could not have come this far. Is that so? Then much time hath passed indeed. It doth feel like only yesterday that we were fighting the void-sent hordes the men of Elag had unleashed on Mericidia. Desperate to save Tiamat, I flew into this lightless world to strike at the heart of the Cloud of Darkness's forces.
Na Stra.
But the void sen I slew returned again and again, and before I knew it, the rift betwixt worlds had closed. I was stranded, bereft of strength.
Nar tal keen in eyes.
Thou didst save the lives of full many, sister.
Athan Endran Esk Tai'an.
Today we abide in harmony with men, working side by side and forging enduring bonds.
I'll call Hes in Hes Erd Ud Lar An. Esk Les Ud An.
Indeed, in the course of searching for thee, I did cross paths with many a noble mortal, with whom I built a nation of rich diversity.
Ses Razat Han Lu An. Northorn An Hai Hes In An.
To thee I would show it, my beautiful Radzat Han. I shall not rest until thou art free.
Ta hes an Aelgon osk in.
When Golbez found me collapsed, the darkness ravaging my wounds, he spoke and said,
Ses kidir in an Casta an.
'Tis but a matter of time before you turn, but I have the power to stop it.
Sta in es Katao Tai an es an Stra in Sorn.
And he did for a price. I would remain myself, but bound, an everlasting feast for his minions, who supped upon my aether for thousands of years.
What now, then? Does this great worm intend to remain a captive meal for all eternity, not daring to test her chains?
Ern el un mis head in und.
If such is thine attempt at encouragement, mortal, then thou art as graceless as Nidhogg.
Dis tago Asrael dis tar sma osk in sis an.
'Twas Golbez who did weave this spell, and so his defeat should serve to unravel it. Would it suffice as a show of spirit were I to reveal what I know of the villain?
Now there's a start. So, what can you tell us?
Asif tar nokon in.
Mayhap in order to sustain the magic, he cannot travel far from this place.
Do es inesh igor sorn ka som mo.
He doth prefer to send minions to carry out his will, but on occasion will himself ascend to the moon's surface.
Som les sam an. Som du orta sis.
And every time without fail, he will visit the same location to the south. Something of import lieth there, doubt not.
Well, you heard her. Shall we look into this spot near and dear to our enemy's heart?
Sounds good to me. Abyssal Dark. The others have already begun searching for clues. Let us do the same. I'll take charge of this area. You could see, if you could see to the south. Damn it. I can't mount here. A glint from beneath the rock catches your eye. It looks like a grave cairn. It's a crystal.
A memoria. But whose?
Nice.
You have lied, pillaged, and murdered. Have you anything to say in your defense?
No. Every one of them got what they deserved. Trusting fools. Like you would-be heroes. Aye. You do well to keep a close eye on each other. It always ends the same way. A knife in the back. And better to have the handle towards your hand. You'll see! Oh, yes. You will.
Double tap. In death may your soul find salvation.
I can't bring myself to pray for the unrepentant. You're a nobler man than I.
Voice sounds familiar. Come now, we are all shaped by these dark times more than we would care to admit. I choose to believe that had these men known peace and plenty, they would not have been consumed by mistrust and avarice.
Victims of the Contra Memoria, then. Like so many others. But we will end it.
Thank you. I shudder to imagine what might have happened if you hadn't dealt with the Dark Ones.
Oh, look who it is. Who is that?
Oh, her? She's like you, I hear. Hunts Memoriates taken by darkness.
Well, well. A kindred spirit. Perhaps we will finally have a new comrade.
No. I've no interest in working with others. Much less someone who looks as suspicious as you.
Damn. Is that so?
If there's nothing else, I'll be on my way.
Even when we share the same goal, we can't overcome the mistrust. Such is the way of things, the wisdom of our era.
Only a precious few Memoriates remain to cling to the light. Would that we could have won her over.
We'll make do, old friend. We have accomplished much already, and another person may well have been more of a hindrance than help. Now then, our work here is finished. His Majesty has summoned us, so let us not delay. To Baron.
To Baron.
Had another vision of the past, did you? What? I was in it. It's them. The pair I met in that village. Which means the one sealed in this memoria is...
So, you have come. You, who would oppose our crusade.
Tranquil.
Sister.
You. I know you.
Is that so? From the world before, I dare say. 'Tis impressive enough that you have managed to retain your mortal form, but to remember your past besides. But that is of no moment. You are the Memoriat who vanquished my minions. Correct.
And what if I am?
Then I would bid you join me. As a child of our world and slave to the wheel, fight with me for the salvation of all our souls.
Fight with you? More like fight as your pawn. It isn't me you want, but my power. And if I don't obey, you'll bind me like you bound that dragon. But no more. I refuse to be bound ever again. I fight only for myself, and for those in whom I trust. My friends.
I see. A pity. It is for the dragon that you have come, yes? When first you appeared, I thought simply to remove a threat to our plan. Never did I imagine that you would reach this place and gift me a golden opportunity.
Uh-oh. Speak plainly, Gowler.
Long as it has been imprisoned, this dragon has grown feeble and weak, its spirit extinguished. Your coming has served to rekindle her forgotten hope. Her yearning to be free, to return home. That is the key to our deliverance.
As Daya, no.
The darkness is ravaging her. She's becoming a void scent.
Vritra, thou must flee.
Rise, O Shadow Dragon, and obey. Kill him.
Damn. sister, please.
Damn you!
Keep our guests occupied.
Save her. I beg thee. Save my sister.
Ah.
Before darkness swallowed the world, I fought tirelessly in a war without end. The experience taught me to discern the strong, that dragon, and you.
Hey, look at that, we have an arena.
Come, face me.
Phrasing. Rest assured I need no invitation. I'll deal with you and then I'll free Ashdaya. Do the second one. Any further back and the 8th person would have teleported into the air and plummeted.
Accursed light. You, who have ever basked in its warmth, could never understand our envy, our agony.
Yet you stand there and let me summon people.
Will not deny us our release.
All you had to do was attack me. The void cast dies. Alright. I'll try, and I'll wait a few minutes, but if it takes too long, I'll save it for the next part. I'll give it like 5 minutes. Oh, give me a second. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. I waited almost 8 minutes now. No pop. So, we're gonna get out of here. Thank y'all for watching. This has been part 167 of my live stream playthrough for Final Fantasy XIV. If you liked it, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not a subscriber. Keep up the content. Hit the bell to be notified whenever I go live or release new content. Comment down below. Tell me what you think about the game and my gameplay. To no spoilers, please. Next part, we will get to the Voidcast Dais, and then we will finish this story arc, and we'll move along to the next portion. We'll try to get as close to Dawn Trail as possible. We're in like the 12. We're in the 12 mission range. We're almost at the final 10. The last stretch. We still have a few more done. Like we have this trial, another trial, and a dungeon, I believe, left. And then we will be in Dawn Trail. But anyways, catch you then. Later.